Welcome back. It's me, Ronald Mullins. Um, this is my second tutorial on the employee average sheet. In my first tutorial, we did the time and materials calculator. We learned how to convert our hourly worth into our unit charge. And today we are going to learn how to use our employee average sheet to get an average for all our employees that work for us. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is go to the data sheet. This is a printable version. Just click the print button here and your printer will print out this form right here. You fill it in with the description of what you're doing, the employee doing it in this box, the measurements of your work, or if you're doing a single unit, you'll use this box here, your start time, your finish time, and your total time. So if you're supervising your own crews, you don't even need to let the crew know what you're doing. And it'd probably be best that you didn't, so you know that nobody's putting on a show for you. Fill in this here as they're going along, time them as they're doing certain things, and you'll get an accurate accounting of how fast they can do certain jobs and their strengths and weaknesses. Okay, back to the dashboard. Now we're going to go down to the employee average sheet. Now this part here is when you get your data sheet home, you're going to start filling it in. You're going to put your employees' names here. Say employee number 1. Number 2. Employee number 3. And let's say that they're doing trim. It's a little trick for you. Okay, now let's say your first employee, you've timed them, you've come back to the calculator, you figured out their worth, and let's say they're doing trim at 78 cents a linear foot, and that's at your hourly rate that you charge your customers. Your other employee, let's say they're doing it at 87 cents a linear foot. And your third employee is doing it 92 cents a linear foot. Down here's your average, 86 cents a linear foot. So you can safely assume when you go onto a job site and you're estimating trim, the crew that you have right now is painting at 86 cents a linear foot for trim. And you can also notice up here who are your best painters at trim. Obviously, this one here. The lower the number, the better. That's the rule of thumb. The higher the unit cost, the slower the painter is working, okay? Now, the lower the number, that's your fastest painter. So you'll always know that employee number 1 should be left, not primarily on trim, but when you get into a job site, that would definitely be a key place to put that employee, because you know you're going to get more work out of them there. Employee number 3, well, that's a different story. You might want to see where their strengths are in different parts of the job. And obviously, if employee number 3 is running behind on everything, well, there might have to be a change made in your crew. Okay? And over here, you just put your how many coats they did. And this is just for record keeping. And square feet, obviously. Now this over here is your price sheet, which is also where you put your materials in. But over here, it's color coordinated. You see purple, see burgundy, and a greenish color. Those correspond to the time and materials calculator. There's your purple, there's your green, and up here's your burgundy. Now what you do is you'll place your figures from over here are the work is your work. Place your figures in here, and this here will give you your total unit charge for your crew. Go back to your dashboard, print totals, and all those totals you enter in there will reflect into this page here. Once this page starts filling up with all the totals that you want, you can print it. Click Print Price Sheet, and your printer will print it. And that's the Painter's Estimate Kit. It's very simple to use. It's a very powerful tool, and it's really going to let you know, for one, where your employees rank amongst each other, and number two, you're going to have a lot more security in your estimating. Myself personally, when I use this kit, it takes the sweat of the estimate, wondering if it's too high or if it's too low, out of my mind. It takes it right out of the equation. I'm confident that that number is right, which helps me to become a better salesperson to the homeowner. And I think you'll find the same will happen to you when you know that that number that you've given them is 100% correct. And more than that, you can show them why it's correct. Okay, and that's the end of the tutorial.